everybody, my name is Miss Jo.
My name is Mr. Carson.
We are with Merced Academy of Dance, and we're so glad that you're here to learn a few things about ballet today. Whether you were present for Miss Gabby and Miss Reyna's classes earlier this month, or you are completely new to dance, this is the video to help you get up to speed and review some of the basic things in ballet. Let's get started. Alright, so the first thing that we're going to cover today is the positions of our feet and our arms. Let's start with the feet, because we need to be able to stand places in ballerina positions correctly. So the correct way to get into first position, which is the one we'll be using primarily in these videos, is to close your feet into parallel. Then we're going to open our feet. Let's do it on 3. 1, 2, 3. Into first position. Now if you found yourself bending your knees and scooting your heels forward like that, please don't do that, because our first position needs to be wherever our heels land naturally. Think of it like a slice of pizza. If you open your piece of pizza up and it's this big and you scoot your heels forward, you're eating half of a pizza. That is way too much pizza and you're gonna fall over and get a tummy ache, right? But if we open our pizza too tiny, well, I definitely want more pizza than that. That's such a small little piece of pizza. When we open our piece of pizza, we want it to be perfectly sized slice of pizza. That's our first position, and you can think of that like a slice of pizza. Our second position is bigger. We're going to point our foot to the side with a pointed toe, and you're going to keep your toe right there and lower your heel down. See that? That's your second position. So we have first position, point your toe out, lower your heel down, into our second position. Second position is just first position, but a little bit bigger. We still have our toes turned out to the sides of the room, not to the front, and not way back here. It's like we have that piece of pizza still, but we have a big gap in the middle for some reason. So that's our second position. So let's go over. We have parallel, open to first position, tendu our foot, lower it down into second position, and now we have one more that I'm going to go over with you guys today. Go ahead and tendu back into first position. The next one we're going to learn is third position. We're going to scoot our heel of one of our feet right in front of our foot. If you have ballet shoes on, good for you, first of all. And second of all, there's this little strap in the middle of your shoe, and you can put your heel right there. If you don't have ballet flats on, just try to find the middle of your foot and try to make it into a T shape. See that? It's like a T. And then we can slide back into first position and do it with the other side. There are 2 third positions. There's the one we were just in, and then the one where your other foot comes in front. If you know your rights and lefts, this one right now is our left foot in front. And the one we did just a little bit ago, this is our right foot in front. That's often how people will determine which third position we're going to be doing. Our right foot in front or our left foot in front. Now, if you're really advanced, I'm going to tell you a secret position that only old boys and girls get to do in ballet class. We are going to go into third position, and we're going to keep going all the way to our toe. This is fifth position, and it's a lot harder to stand like this if you don't practice your third positions first. Like third position, there are 2 fifth positions, so you can slide your left foot in front for your second, fifth position. That's a lot of numbers, I'm sorry. Then we can slide back into first position. So those are all the positions of feet I'm going to tell you today. There are some more, but those are definitely more advanced. So the ones we are going to be working in today are going to be first position and second position, just like that. Go ahead and put your feet in first position, and now let's go over the arms. Let's start with this one. This is our beginning ballet position called bras bas. It's the only position that isn't really a number, so it's kind of easy to remember that way. Often, when you are younger like this, you will start all of your combinations like this with your arms in bras bas and your feet in first position. It's how we're going to start a lot of combinations today. So you should feel fairly comfortable here. But let's move on. So we have bras bas. Then we can lift it up in front of us to first position. Now we want to make sure that our arms are nice and curved, like we're holding a big beach ball out in front of us. This is our first position, like we're holding one big beach ball. Just try to remember that. Now let's move on to second position. We're going to open our arms up to the side. So we're holding one big beach ball over here and one big beach ball over here. They're still really curved, see that? Like we're holding two big beach balls in second position. So we have first position, one big beach ball, and second position, two big beach balls. Let's just start over from the beginning so we can really get those three positions in our brain, because we're going to be using those a lot. Start in bras. Lift our arms up to first position, one big beach ball, and open our arms out to second position, two big beach balls. And go ahead and shake those arms out, because oh my gosh, they are getting so tired. Okay, rub your arms. My arms are getting a little tired. So let's go ahead and go back into bras. First position, second position, and let's go into third position. We're going to bring our right arm in front of us. So we're holding one big beach ball in front and one big beach ball to the side. Now what's one, first position, and two, second position? What's 1 plus 2? It's 3, right? So this is our third position. That's how I like to remember it. And there are two different third positions. We can have this one with our right arm in front, or switch it so that our left arm is in front. So there's this position, and they're both called third position. Shake out your arms. They're getting so tired. I know. We're almost done. We're going to go back into third and just lift this arm in front up to fourth position. And in fourth position, you can see that my arm is super, super rounded, like it's in fifth position, but I haven't gone over that. It's super rounded above your head, and you can look up at that arm. You can stand up straight, Mr. Carson. You can look up at that arm and do a nice, pretty head, just like that. And like third position, you can switch to your other fourth position. So there are two fourth positions as well, 1 and 2, with our right arm in front or our left arm on top. Shake out your arms. We have one more position, and this is my favorite position ever. This is our fifth position. We're going to go bras, go to fifth, and cut straight up to fifth position. Fifth position is like there's a big circular picture frame, and your head is the picture, so you're right in the middle. We want to make sure that we're not trying to pat our head with our hands. We want to make sure that we're nice and circular and not reaching for the sky or patting our head. Nice, beautiful circle. And another important thing about fifth position, in all of our positions, we want to make sure that our fingers are never touching. We want to make sure that there's a little bit of space in between our fingers all the time. All right, go ahead and shake out your arms. Let's do this all one more time just to get those positions in our head. All right, go ahead and stand in first position with your feet, with your arms in bras. Lift up to first position, open to second. Go ahead and cross one arm in front for third. Switch to the other third. Let's lift that arm up to fourth position. You can look at that hand if you want to. And switch to your other fourth position. Look at the other hand. And lift this arm up to fifth position. Now let's explode our arms out. And then we're going to pass through demi-second. See, if you have a skirt on, you can act like you're holding a skirt. Or if you're like Mr. Carson, you can puff out your chest. That's what most male dancers do. It's very important that everybody puffs out their chest. You're standing nice and tall with your beautiful ballet posture. So this is our demi-second. We have our second, and we have our demi-second. Demi means half. This is mostly used for when we do curtsies at the end of class if you're a ballerina, or if you're a male dancer, you do bows. So you don't really have to worry about second position all too much. So those are all of the positions of our arms and our feet. So now that we know our positions, we can start doing more dance moves and combinations. So let's get on to that next. So the first ballet move we're going to be learning is pliés. Plie means to bend, plie. So in order to do our pliés, we need to be in first position. Let's just put our fists on our hips for now. Our pliés look like this. We're going to plie and stretch back up. That was a plie. So you might have noticed when we do a plie, we want to make sure that our legs are making the shape of a diamond. You can really see in Mr. Carson's leg. Look at those. That's a beautiful diamond, Mr. Carson. Good job. Let's straighten back up. That was our plie, means to bend. We can do pliés in any foot position. We can do them in first, then we can tendu our foot out, lower it down to the ground, and do them in second. You can't see a diamond anymore, but you can still pretend that there's a diamond there. We want to make sure that our knees are nice and bent, and we're not going too low. Because first of all, that's a lot harder than just a plie. And we want to make sure that we're bending our knees more than just this. We want to make sure that we have a nice plie going. Go ahead and tendu back into first. So what we're going to do is we're going to do our first combination. Our combination is just a string of dance moves to music that we're going to dance, and you can perform it if you want to. So our combination is going to go something like this. We are going to have our feet in first position with our fists on our hips. Then what we're going to do is we're going to do 3 pliés and a rise. Let me show you. Plie, stretch, plie, stretch, one more plie, stretch. Then we're going to rise up on our toes and lower down, back into first position. Then we're going to point our toes to the side and go into second position. Then we're going to do the exact same thing. Plie and stretch, plie and stretch, plie and stretch, rise up on our toes, lower down. So we have 3 pliés, 1 rise, and then we'll go to second, and then we'll close back into first and do it again. Plie, stretch, plie, stretch, plie, stretch, rise up, lower down. Then we're going to use our left leg to tendu out and go back into our second, but this time it's to the left. So we're going to do it again. Plie, stretch, plie, stretch, plie, stretch, rise up and stretch. And then we're going to finish with our feet in first position. We're going to lower our arms down back into bras-bas. When we're in bras-bas with our feet in first position, we want to make sure that we have beautiful posture. That is, we're standing up super straight and nice and tall, and our legs are straight, and our chests are nice and puffed out, and our chins are lifted, and we're looking very regal and beautiful, like a beautiful princess or prince. All right? So our combination is going to be that. Mr. Carson will do it with you, and I will be talking you through it the whole time with the music. All right? Go ahead and begin. You can start with your feet in first position, arms in bras-bas. Go ahead and just follow Mr. Carson. Go ahead and put your fists on your hips. And plie. Stretch. Show me your diamond. Stretch. Plie. Stretch. Rise up on your toes. Lower down. Go ahead and point to second. Show me that diamond. Stretch. Plie. And stretch. Try to follow Mr. Carson's timing exactly. Rise up, lower, down. Go ahead and go back to first. Plie. Stretch. Plie. Stretch. Watch your posture. Make sure you're standing up nice and tall. Rise up, lower, down. Point your left foot to second. Stretch. Plie. Stretch. Plie. Stretch. Rise up, lower, down, tendu that foot back into first. Put your arms in bras-bas, stand up nice and tall, and go ahead and finish. Good job, everybody. Let's move on to something different now. Okay, now we're going to go on to tendus. Tendus means 2 things actually. Tendu has 2 meanings. It means to point or to stretch. Let's show you what I mean. We're going to point your toe perfectly in front of you. See how our toes are super pointed to the ground? Go ahead and close. Did you see how our legs stretched out in front of us? That's how it means to point or to stretch. That is our tendu. So when you're doing your tendu, you might want to pretend like you can pluck a star out of the sky, put it down in front of you, and stretch your toe all the way to meet that star and come back. I also like to think that there's a rubber band tied to my toes to the floor. So when we're trying to move our toe forward, that rubber band tries to hold it back, but we're super strong. So you can point that toe, and then the rubber band can take you right back. Just like that. So with our tendus, we can actually do a lot. We can do to the front, we can close to the side, we can go to the back, and then we can go to the side again. That is called encore, to go to the front, to the side, to the back, and to the side. That's a big word. It means in the shape of a cross, but we'll just say front, side, back, side for now. So we can do it with our right foot, front, side, back, side, and then we can do it with our left foot, front, side, back, side. They're going to be a lot slower than that. Don't worry if you're a little nervous. So we're going to go over our combination now. During a combination, make sure that you're marking with us, which means you're doing it with us. It doesn't matter if you're doing it at full energy or not. You can just be marking it nice and gently. But marking is something that's really beneficial for dancers when a teacher is going over a combination that you're going to do. All right, so our combination is going to involve something that is similar to a dégagé. Now a dégagé is when we lift our toe up 3 inches off the ground after a tendu and then come back. We won't get too into dégagés right now because they're a little more difficult, but they are going to be into this, I am going to put them into this combination just to make it more interesting. Go ahead and start with your feet in first position, fists on your hips. We're going to tendu to the front and close. Tendu to the front and close. We're going to tendu. We're going to lift that toe up slightly off the ground, try to balance on that supporting leg without wiggling. Lower down and close. Then we're going to do that to the side. Side and close, tendu and close, tendu, lift it up, lower it down and close to the back. Tendu, close, tendu, close, tendu, lift it up, lower it down, close. That one's a little harder. Then we're going to do the sides again. 1, 2, 3, lift it, lower, down. Then we'll do the whole thing, the whole thing over with our left leg. All right? Hopefully you don't have any questions because I think we're just going to get right into it. Mr. Carson, again, will be demonstrating for you. So if you ever get lost, just look up and he'll be doing exactly what you need to do. All right? I'm going to go start the music. You can have your feet in first position, arms in brava, looking nice and prepared. Go ahead and put your fists on your hips. Tendu, close. Tendu, back to first. Tendu, lift it up, lower it down, back to first. Good job. To the side. Close. To the side, straight legs, close. Side, lift it up, lower it down, and close. To the back. Make sure you're not bending your knees. Back and close. Tendu, lift it up, lower it down, and close. To the side again, and close. Side, close, side, lift it up, lower it down, and close. Left side, front, and close. Front, close. Tendu, lift it up, lower it down, and close. To the side, and close, tendu, and close, tendu, lift it up, lower it down, and close. To the back, and close. To the back, and close. Back, keep balancing, lift it up, lower it down, close. To the side, close. To the side, and close. Side, lift it up, lower it down, and close, and finish. That one was a long one. Good job for sticking through it. Okay, let's go over something a little bit more advanced now. We're going to do Rhonda jambes. Rhonda jambe means circle of the leg. So To be honest, it's more like a half circle. Let me show you what I mean. We're going to start in first with our fists on our hips. Let me show you a rond de jambe. We're going to tendu to the front and go all the way around to the back and then close back into first. Did you see what shape I just made onto the floor? It's a half circle. I like to think of it like we're cutting a piece of pizza like we're cutting a whole pizza in half. So we're cutting it out in the middle, we're slicing it all around the side, and then we're cutting back so that we have a whole slice, a whole half of a pizza. There's a lot of pizza in ballet. This is kind of strange. So for our rond de jambes, we're going to break it down a little bit more. So we're going to tendu to the front, we're going to go to the side and freeze, we're going to go to the back and freeze, then we're going to come back into first position. Now throughout this, just like our tendus, we are never going to bend our legs. Pinky promise me that you will never bend your legs, alright? So make sure that whenever we're doing our rond de jambes or our tendus, our legs are as straight as they can possibly be, and our toes are super pointed all the way around to the back. So for our rond de jambes, we're going to do it to the right and to the left. Let me go over the combination. Just like Mr. Carson, we're going to have our fists on our hips and our feet in first position. We are going to tendu to the front, go to the side and freeze, go to the back and freeze, close in first. Again, to the front freeze, to the side freeze, to the back freeze, and close. Now for these next two, we're going to do it without stopping. We're going to go front, all the way around, and close, front, all the way around, and close. See, those ones we didn't have the pause at second position or in the back. We just went all the way through it. So after we do that, two with the cuts, with the breaks, and then two smooth and nice all the way around, we're going to do it with our left foot. So we're going to tendu, cut, and close, tendu, pause, pause, close. Then we'll do the two that are smooth all the way around. All right, Mr. Carson, will you please get in position? We're going to be in first position with our arms in bras bas, and then we'll just put them on our hips when the music starts. Arms on your fists on your hips. Tendu front, side, back, and close. To the front, at the side, to the back, and close. To the front, and don't stop. All the way around, and close. To the front, all the way around, and close. To the left, front, pause side, back, and close. To the front, go side, back, and close. To the front, and don't stop. All the way to the back, and close. To the front, all the way around, back, and close. Go ahead and finish with your arms in bras bas and your feet in first position, standing up super tall with your beautiful ballet posture. Okay, this is one of the more fun things that a dancer does at the bar or in the center, it depends. We're going to do grand battements. So it means big kicks. Battement means kick, and grand means big, like grand or grande. You might have heard that word before. So grand battement means big kick. So we're just gonna do a big kick. So we are going to we're gonna practice our big kicks. We're gonna practice our grand battements. But for today, when we're standing up, we're only gonna do it to 45 degrees. We're gonna do it just around there. But for our combination, we're actually gonna lie on the floor. Go ahead, Mr. Carson. So I'm gonna scooch so that you're just like that. Awesome. So you can go ahead and go onto the floor right now while I explain what we're going to do. This is to practice lining up our hips and our shoulders to the ground to make sure that we're nice and square. If you look at my shoulders and my hips right now, you can see that it's a nice rectangle. But we like to call it square. You're squaring off your hips. If I was like this, then we're not really square. We're kind of tilted and off balance. So Grand Maman is a really good way to practice squaring off your hips and making sure you're nice and structured. So if you're lying on the floor right now, like Mr. Carson, you can go ahead and kick one of your feet up all the way as high as you can and lower it back down. When we're kicking our feet up, we want to make sure that we're not kicking it so our knees are really bent. We want to have our toes pointed. Yeah, not like that, Mr. Carson. Go ahead and show them what not to do. Flexed feet, toes not pointed. There we go. Now show them what they should be doing. Toes pointed, super straight legs, as high as you can go. Good job, Mr. Carson. That is what we're going to do. We are going to do 4 Grand Mamans just in front of you while you're on the ground. 1 and 2, 3, 4. They're going to be a lot slower than that, don't worry. Then we're going to do 4 more on your other leg. You can go ahead and do that. 1 and 2, 3, and 4. They're going to be so much slower than that, don't worry. Then we're going to do that all again. We're going to do 4 with the right and then 4 with the left again. Okay? Thank you, Mr. Carson. He's so quick. Look at that control. Awesome. So hopefully you'll be able to do them that quick one day. But for today, just focus on keeping those legs super straight. Those hips aren't coming off the floor and getting all wonky and unbalanced. And just trying to kick up as high as you can with your toes pointed and your legs super straight. All right, I'm going to start the music. You can go ahead and lie on the floor if you aren't already with Mr. Carson. Put your arms by your side or out next to you, whatever helps you balance the best. And kick, and down, up, down. Straight legs and pointed toes, remember. Up, and down, other leg, switch, and down. Up, and down, up, and down, up, and down, other leg again. Make sure those hips aren't coming off the floor. Nice and structured and square. Up and down, last time, other leg. Close. Up and down. Up, down, up, and down. And go ahead and stop right there. Good job, you guys. Next time we do this, we're going to be standing up. Alright, one thing that we've done before is we've done rises, but I've been only calling them rises up till now. That's because they have 2 different special names. We have eleves, and then we have releves. One with the E and one with an R plus the E. It's a little confusing, but there is a difference between them. Both of them mean just to rise. So when you rise up on the balls of your feet like that, it's either an eleve or a releve. So an eleve is what we have been doing mostly. Without a plie, without bending your legs at all, we're just going to rise up and lower down. And that's our eleve. Now our releve is a little different. We add a plie, and then directly from that plie, rise up, and then plie again to come down and straighten. There's a few extra steps for a releve than with just a simple straight-legged eleve. See, even I'm getting them confused, so it's okay if you get them messed up. Just remember, eleve, think of an elevator. Elevators don't plie and then go up and then plie come down. They just go up and down. So releve has the plie. Eleve, like an elevator, just goes up and down. So to practice that, we are going to do just a very quick combination. We are going to do 2 eleves and 2 releves. And then we'll do it again, 2 eleves, 2 releves. Mr. Carson, can you show them what I mean, please? We are going to rise up, lower down, rise up, lower down. Then do our releves, plie, rise up, plie, lower down, plie, rise up, plie, lower down. And that's going to be our combination. We're going to do that one more time after that with the music. We're going to do the whole thing, and Mr. Carson will help you throughout that whole time. So for this, we are going to have a free-for-all arms. So whatever arm position you want to do, Whether that's one of the ones we learned today, you can do fists on your hips, or you can do ba, you can do in second, you can do in first, fifth, fourth, other fourth, third, any one that you want. Mr. Carson, which one are you going to do?
I believe I'm going to do hands on hips.
Hands on hips, nice and simple. So you guys can go in fifth position, but your arms might get a little tired. You can go in ba, anyone you want. Be creative, have fun with it, because we're just doing our eleves and our releves. Arms wherever you want. Eleve and down. Eleve and down. Plie, releve. Plie and down. Plie, releve. Plie and straighten again. Eleve and down. Eleve and down. Plie, releve. Plie and down. Plie, releve, plie, and down. Good job, everybody. So we have our eleves and our releves, one with pliés and one without. All right, so we have learned a lot of things today, or reviewed a lot of things today, but this is another set of positions of the arms and plus your legs that is kind of confusing, so I'm going to spend a little bit extra time right now just to really set it in our brains. We are going to go over our arabesques. So you might have seen an arabesque before, whether you know it or not. It's a very classic ballet position. It's when you look nice and pretty with your arm back and forward and your leg back. Maybe you're up on point, on rise, whatever you want. But we're going to break down the fundamentals, and you might not have known that there are 3 different types of arabesque. What we're going to do is I want everybody to go into first position, and go ahead and tendu your right foot back, like this. So our foot is in arabesque right now, whether our arms are doing anything or not. Now what determines which arabesque we're in, 1, 2, or 3, is our arms. So we're having our right foot back, and let's just put our right arm in front and our left arm to the side. This is our first arabesque, because we have 2 things back and 2 things to the side. It's very confusing. You kind of have to just memorize them. There isn't a really easy way. Wait, is this first or second? This is first. Even I messed it up. Oh my gosh. Shame on me, Mr. Carson. Let's go ahead and reset really quick. Oh my gosh. We're going to tendu our right foot back, and we're going to lift, this is our supporting leg, so we're going to lift the arm next to our supporting leg up, and then put the other one to the side. This is our first arabesque. See how difficult this is? It's very confusing, so just try your best to keep it in your brain. And then our other one, where we're crossed like this, is our second arabesque, because we have 2 things in front. We have our leg, and we have our arm. We have 2 different things from 2 different sides. When we're in our first position, we just have 2 different things from one side, but second is 2 sides. Pretty complicated. I like to just think that second feels more crossed than first. First, if you look at it from the side, I'm very open to the audience. My chest can be seen, my hips can be seen, my leg is open, my arm is open. But if I'm in second, look how crossed I am. I just like to think of it, second is crossed, first is open. So you can do that with both of your legs. So go ahead and tendu your left leg back and go into first with both of our right limbs, I guess you could say, out front and to the side. And then our second, which is more crossed, to the front and to the side. So we can do that with our right and our left. Now that was the hard part. This is the easy part. Our third arabesque. We're just going to tendu our foot back again and give me some crocodile arms right here. So when you tendu to the side, or when I go show it to the side, our foot is still in the back. Our crocodile arms, like this, you can see my head. See, if I were like this, you couldn't really see all of my head. Our third position is very open. You can see my head. So if we're facing back in front, this is what it looks like. And then the same thing to the left. We'll do the same thing like this, with my head to the audience and my hips open to the audience. That kind of stuff. So it's very confusing, and you might want to see it on a different body right about now. So Mr. Carson, will you please show me first arabesque with the right foot pointed back? Perfect, he got it first try, unlike me. See, so you can see that his hips are open now, and then this is open to the audience, so if you were to go sideways, go ahead and go sideways. Excuse me. You can see his chest is very open right here, his hips are open right here, and it's a very beautiful position. Go ahead and face back front, and show me second position. See how crossed he is now? His supporting leg right here, and his arm that's in front are two different sides. We have his right arm in front, and his left leg as his supporting leg, so it's very crossed. Go ahead and show that one to the side. See how crossed it is? He's closed off to the audience, which isn't always a bad thing, because can you angle your head? Beautiful. Look how beautiful that is. A very beautiful position, even if you can't see his chest or his head as well. All right, go ahead and relax, Mr. Carson. So that was to the right. Now, can you please show me our third position with our feet in our back, our third arabesque? Beautiful. See? Right to the side. He moved before I could tell him. Very good. See how beautiful that is? You can see his head is angled back slightly. Head angles are a little more tricky to master. We don't have to really focus on that this time. But look how beautiful that is. So we have our first, we have our second, and we have our third arabesques. Hopefully you understand a little bit better this time, because oh boy, they can be a little complicated. It took me years to master these. Alright, so if you need help, you can replay this video, and we'll probably talk about it next video as well. So don't worry if you don't have it right now. Alright, so we're drawing near the end of class. So at the end of class, you always want to do a reverence. Reverence is just a way to say thank you and goodbye to your teachers and goodbye to your classmates as well. But it's mainly for your teachers. Your teachers will lead you in kind of an improv reverence, a little dance with your arms and your legs and your arabesque, something really pretty and slow and calming to help you center yourself and bring the class to an end. So at the end of our reverence, we do a curtsy or a bow, depending on if you're a ballerina or a male dancer. So for ballerinas, we do a curtsy, and I will explain how to do that right now. So what we do, we have our feet in first position, we lift our arms through first to second. As we tendu our foot to the side, we're going to cross that foot behind us, bending it slightly, lower our arms down to demi-second. Then we're going to bend this front leg and bow our head a little bit in a curtsy. Just like a princess, you know? Princesses are really cool, and ballerinas do it better. Just going to say it. All right, so we're going to do that to the left. Now we're going to tendu while we bring our arms through first to second, cross behind us, bend that supporting leg as we curtsy and bow our head, and then finish in first position with our arms in bala. So that's what a female dancer does. What a male dancer does is they bow. Mr. Carson, would you like to explain how to do a bow properly?
Yes. So, to do a bow, you start in brava, you tendu out to second, you step onto it, and you take the opposite foot, you close it in third, and you bring your arms from second, just right down to your sides, and you bow. You just bend right over, okay? And then you do the same thing to the other side. Tendu, step onto the other foot, third position, and bend over and bow. And there you go, that's it.
Wonderful. See, I wish I could bow. It seems really, really cool, but we have to curtsy. It's just tradition. All right, so now I'm going to put on some music, and you can follow along in my reverence. Go ahead and take a breath and come back. Up to first, and open out. Go ahead and go down. Up to first again, go back out, come down. Let's do it with our right arm. Open out and down. You can follow that hand with your head, or you can just watch the screen to make it easier. Let's do the whole thing in fifth now. Up to fifth. Explode, come down. Up to fifth. Explode, come down. Lift one arm up. Explode. one arm up, and explode, come down. We're going to chasse to the side, and go into third arabesque. Plie in second position with your arms in first, to your other arabesque. Go ahead and finish in first position. Give me a plie, stretch, plie, stretch, and rise up. Just do an elevate. Lower down. Elevate and lower down. Elevate and hold. Lift your arms up to first, open to second, and go ahead and just float down. With your arms in bras bas, go ahead and do either a curtsy or a bow. This is just to say thank you and goodbye to your teacher. All right, and after class, we always clap. Yay. Good job, you guys. Good job for sticking through it. That's going to be it for this video. I hope to see you next time. We're gonna do a little bit more advanced stuff, so be excited. All right? Goodbye, I'm Miss Jo.
And I'm Mr. Carson.
And we're with Merced Academy of Dance, and I hope you had a good time.